Welcome back to the Cognac, Tequila, and the Girl Show. It's time to hang out with Rob, Mike, and Dunia. Whatever you don't want to say, they will with no chaser. Take a shot and let's have a drink. Is hashtag squad goals still a thing? Because they are. Let's go.
Welcome back, everyone.
Hello.
Welcome back to Cognac, Tequila, and the Girl. Thanks for joining us again, or joining us for the first time. Shout out to the new followers and listeners. We love you. Hope you enjoy your new venture in hanging with the squad. We're on episode 220, I believe.
Yeah.
Another milestone. And we are doing current events, which we do probably maybe once a month or once every other month, because you got to keep up with what's happening up in these streets. And before we get into it, Tequila, how was your week?
My week was protracted.
Protracted?
Yeah, protracted. Like a protractor.
Oh.
Yeah.
What does it mean? Like,
protracted means drawn out or lengthened in time, extended in duration.
I can feel that. That's it? No explanation? Don't want to share it.
That was protracted.
Okay, alright. How was your week, Cognac?
My week got good on Friday because the Rockets won.
Ooh, go
Always-
Rockets.
I always supported them, even in good times, bad times. And so,
They won Wednesday too.
game 7, well, yeah, but I had to get to game 7 back in Houston, so yeah, that was pretty interesting. So we'll see.
I think it was my outfit.
Yeah,
that
probably.
were doing it for me.
How was your week?
My week was long. Long, mentally exhausting week. But I did get to see Sinners, which is exactly what the internet says it is, fucking brilliant. I can't wait to buy it so I can watch it over and over and over again. Such a good movie. The music, the message, the acting, all of it. The shiznit. And then I learned something that I didn't even pay attention to this week, that my grandmother, her placard for where she's buried was put up, and it just dawned on me that she was born in 1938 and I was born in 1983. And I just thought that was kind of cool.
Oh, it is neat.
Yeah. Just like another reason why we were just always close. Anyhow, but that was my week. Before we get into it, we have some segments.
What the fuck with the girl?
My what the fuck goes to the person handling the White House Instagram and Twitter accounts. You guys are like super corny. It's literally like a teenager. They put up today a picture of Trump basically dressed as the Pope, as the next Pope. You know, if you are online at all, they joked and asked him who they thought he should be the next Pope, and he said it should be him. So they put him up there. Like, that man is barely in the ground, and it's disrespectful if you act like you're a religious person. It's clearly an act, but yeah, it was just really corny, so what the fuck with that.
First time hearing it, pretty corny.
What the fuck with the girl?
Next.
Joking with Cognac.
Okay.
What do you have when you breed a fish with an elephant? Swimming trunks.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, okay. That was something. Yeah.
That was good.
That
You came up with that?
No, I saw it on the meme.
Saw it and shared it. Okay. All right, let's get into some current events. I'll go first. A dad had the cops called on him by a neighbor concerned that he kidnapped his own baby. This was in Huntington Beach. That's California, I believe. He was on his daily walk with his baby in a carrier, and some lady in the neighborhood, we'll call her Karen, thought that he was homeless and just stole this random baby, just walking around the neighborhood, and followed him and called the cops.
Come on.
Yep, dead serious. Yeah, he's, he looks like this. He's like white guy, so at least he wasn't black. I guess homeless people are criminals now too, and they can't have children. But he definitely lives in the neighborhood. He's become an internet sensation. Yeah, he's like, I mean, I just dress like a tired dad, you know? I guess I need to step up my game. And then he did a joke and asked his other kids, do I look homeless? And they said, yeah, you do. So, yeah. You know, sometimes it's okay to mind your fucking business. Sometimes.
All the time.
I mean, yeah, all the time, really. But yeah, that's just kind of ridiculous. I wouldn't see someone walking around with a child and go, oh my God, they're homeless and stole a baby. That just wouldn't pop up in my head.
In a carriage, I mean.
Yeah, he's got like he said something like she must not know how much this carrier costs that my kid said. Like
if he had like a bag of cans, he could have been recycling. I mean,
yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, if the carriage looked raunchy and dirty with a loopy tire, like he's pushing it.
Yeah. Honestly, they should.
Or pushing him in a like a grocery basket or something.
They should cite her and fine her.
Yes, he should be. She should be charged with something.
Yeah.
He should be able to sue her or something.
Yeah, like, you look homeless, bitch. I'm traumatized now.
Lord knows what she looks like.
Yeah.
That's.
I know what color she is. I can guarantee that. Huntington Beach, via the mountains of Caucasian, I promise. But yeah, anyhow, sorry to that man. Hope you get famous for your views
I think
of the situation.
Geographically, it would be the beaches of Caucasian.
No, it's all direct descendant from the mountains of Caucasian.
Oh.
Yeah, he just relocated.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Anyhow, what's your current event, Cognac?
So, what's up with these lottery winners, man? This guy, and the only reason I found this story interesting was because this guy, his name was Fight Starter. That was his last name, supposedly. Now, they keep changing.
His first name was Fight?
No, his last name was Fight Starter. They won the lottery. They went to Florida to some bar resort and just started shit in the bar. And then when the deputy showed up, old boy kicked the deputy in the face, ran off. So it's like, what was the point of that? Like, as far as, you know, like.
He said, I'm rich, bitch.
Yeah, right. I guess. But it was, what was interesting to me is that, like, a lot of these lottery winners just wild out and do just crazy, outlandish shit.
People do crazy things with money and power.
You know?
You just never know.
You know, there's a lot of people that coke it up.
That's really that's really stupid though, because I think they can take your money.
I thought so too. That's what they were kind of saying, that he'll be allegedly punched him in the face and then kicked the officer while he was down, ran away, got caught 30 minutes later, and and the lottery is questioning if he's eligible for the funds, basically.
Yeah, that was pretty dumb. See, that's another case. I would mind my own lottery fucking business.
Right.
Yeah.
So.
And I'm not going to Florida to some bar. Just no.
A lot of crazy shit happens in Florida.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Yeah. Nope. Dumbass. Give me the ticket before you go out then. Shit. Anywho, what's your current event? Tequila?
Published May 2nd. A woman sentenced in Collin County's first fentanyl murder case. McKinney, Texas. A Collin County family is feeling a sense of peace after the woman who gave their teenage son fentanyl was convicted of murder. It's the first murder conviction in Collin County under the new law aimed at targeting people who deal the highly potent drug. The backstory: Lindsay Polk's son, Mitchell, died from fentanyl overdose in September 18, 2023. The 17-year-old McKinney High School student had a passion for sports, but behind the curtain, he was struggling with a drug addiction. To be honest, we didn't know what to do. We didn't know where to go. We didn't know how to help, his mother said. The Polks tried counseling in inpatient facilities and outpatient facilities. Then one day, Mitchell contacted 20-year-old Sienna Armour through Instagram and purchased what ended up being a lethal dose of fentanyl. What we know: Armour was arrested and charged with murder. She pleaded guilty to the charge, making her case the first fentanyl murder conviction in Collin County under the new state law. Prosecutors can pursue murder charges when someone dies as a result of fentanyl distribution. Armour was sentenced to 25 years in prison. This week, Polks walked out the Collin County Courthouse with a sense of peace. The stress has stopped. The constantly checking the status of the case has stopped. She said she admits that she had hoped for a longer sentence, but the plea deal did remove some uncertainty. We didn't have a deal with a trial. We didn't have a deal with appeals or being the first case. How is the jury going to look at it or think about it, she said. Instead, one of the last things Armour heard before her jail time started was Polk's impact statement in the courtroom. Polk said over the last year, the tone in her script changed from anger to showing more grace, hoping instead that Mitchell's 17 years of life will be remembered. I don't think we got justice. I'm very grateful. I do think we got justice. I'm very grateful. There's a lot of families in the same spot and they don't have a detective look into it, she said. We want people to see and hopefully change their mind dealing drugs and dealing with fentanyl. It's not going to be a tiny drug charge anymore. It's going to be more than that. That's it. Oh, we're going to do 12 and a half years before she's eligible for parole.
Oh, well. Stop killing people.
I know what you're selling.
Oh, yeah, more of that too.
I guess there's
It should be just like you can't sell liquor and cigarettes to minors. It should be more severe sentencing if you caught selling drugs to minors. And it may be, I don't know, but it just seems like you shouldn't even be selling drugs to minors. You know what I'm saying? But it may be laws that deal with that.
The liquor thing, I know the law, like here, and they basically, you can't work in the store, basically, anymore.
Yeah.
That's what they do.
I know what they're saying on the
You have to
streets.
pay a fine and all that.
Yeah, just on the streets, if you sell drugs to a minor, the conviction or whatever should be enhanced.
Yeah, and if you sell liquor to a minor and they go get in an accident and die, they're going to go after you for
I
murder.
was going to say, there's different circumstances, and no different than when a bartender knows, supposedly, that was a law about 5 years ago, when the bartender got in prison because she knew the guy was drunk and kept serving him, and then,
Okay.
case by case.
Well, my current event is Trump White House advisors are reportedly considering a plan to increase birth rates among mothers in the U.S. called the $5,000 baby bonus. The U.S. birth rate has been on a decline since 2007, and though no concrete decision has been made, President Trump himself was asked about the potential $5,000 incentive at a White House event, he said, "Sounds like a good idea to me." As many have pointed out, $5,000 bonus doesn't address many of the reasons women are choosing not to have babies. The reasons include a third of the country living in maternal health care deserts, high rates of maternal death among minority communities, and a wide range of abortion bans that research says increases existing health disparities. In addition to the physical risks, the cost of caring for a child is extremely expensive. According to a recent analysis, it costs on average nearly $300,000 to raise a child from birth to 18. House Speaker Mike Johnson recently spoke about the potential baby bonus and responded to the accusation that the idea is intended to increase the number of white babies in America. That's absolutely absurd. We are just pro-family. We want to build a culture of life in America, and we want to advance policies that help families. And my question is, what the fuck is $5,000 going to do? I spend more than that on somebody that ain't my child in less than a year.
The other thing is, what if you have twins? Is that 10,000?
I mean, and then you're blocking paid sick leave, you're blocking family and medical leave, you're blocking universal health care, you're blocking universal pre-K, you're blocking the child tax credit, you're blocking programs to support reproduction health. Why do you, what the fuck? And daycare alone is about $40,000 a year. So if you're incentivized by $5,000, you don't need to have a child anyways, because that's ridiculous. And I just think it's funny because Republicans used to say women were having extra babies to extend welfare benefits, but now you're giving out a benefit for women to have more babies. And I guarantee you this is not for anybody of color. So make sure you read the fine print. Because they're trying to get rid of the people of color, so they don't want those. If they pass it, I just hope people get better financial literacy than to fall for that bullshit, because that's straight out of Handmaid's Tale Season 2. Anyhow, current Cognac.
So, did you hear about that Pennsylvania woman that got into a argument, a road rage situation, and shat on the guy's car, like full out.
Yeah.
She didn't just. It wasn't like a load, like a a dookie. She like sprayed it like a pot, like a.
She said, and I quote, "It was a clean shit. I didn't even have to wipe."
She didn't say she didn't have to wipe. She just sprayed it like Pepe Le Pew. Pepe Le Pew.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Yeah, there's a video.
I'm fighting if you shit on my car. I already want to fight the birds. She must have just really had to shit, so she was irritated or something.
She did it on point though. Like she's bam, like the spray paint can, bam, all on the hood of the car.
Yeah. I wonder, was that like a vandalism charge or?
No, they charge her for like littering the street or something.
That's my car, bitch.
Well, I know. Well,
okay.
It's something she was charged for that and vandalism. It was vandalism plus the messing the street up or something.
She got some poop on the street.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it's probably dripped down off the hood and onto the street. I don't know. But she was on point with it.
Yeah, she was from the mountains of Caucasian too.
She was a bit. She was. And
nobody called the police on her thinking she was homeless.
Maybe she was living in her car and she didn't make it to the YMCA in time to. Maybe that's why she was in a rush to piss the other driver off.
That's what I said. She probably, when you got a boo boo, my mood's not that great.
Right. She was proud of that shit. Literally.
All right, Tequila. What is your?
This is kind of old, about 10 days old. April 23rd. Governor Abbott signs first bill of session into law, creating the Texas Doge. Governor Greg Abbott on Wednesday signed the first law of this year's legislative session, a bill creating a new regulation cutting agency inspired by Elon Musk's Federal Department of Government Efficiency. Texas can have our own Doge, Abbott said Wednesday. What this law is going to do is make government more efficient and less costly. Senate Bill number 14, which passed both the House and Senate with bipartisan supermajorities, establishes the Texas Regulatory Efficiency Office at a cost of $22.8 million over the next 5 years. Abbott signed the bill with Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick, House Speaker Dustin Burrows, and the bill sponsors, Representative Giovanni, whatever his last name is.
That guy.
Yeah. And Senator Phil King by his side. The fewer regulations we have, the more efficient they are, the easier they are to understand. It's going to help Texas business and economy continue to boom, which is why I'm excited. This is the first bill that is being signed, Burrows said. Yeah. I'm not going to get into it anymore because we know what Doge did.
Yeah, I'm calling bullshit on the plane. I actually commented on that online. I don't usually comment on posts on news reports. What he's saying is he's going to cut everything in Houston. Any city that doesn't fuck with him. Governor Roly-Poly, you're not fooling us. And I'm so tired of people saying fewer regulations. Like, I want my food to be regulated. I want my shit to be regulated. That's called science. Less regulations means more harm can be done. So, you're full of shit. Go regulate your scooter. You fucking idiot. Ugh. Ugh. That makes me sick. Ugh. Anyway. Go Elon. Doge.
We got our Texas Doge.
Doge.
$22 million.
Doge, yeah. Could you fix the fucking roads first? Like, you just make up shit. Just making up shit.
One thing I want to say is he needs a new one because they keep going around the same one. It's going to be I guess.
Mine is a patient of a fake plastic surgeon died after a botched butt implant removal surgery.
That's
a New York man who allegedly admitted to performing an unlicensed procedure inside his Queens apartment.
100 square feet.
Has now been indicted on manslaughter charges after the patient died following what the DA is calling a botched implant removal. This man was indicted by a grand jury on charges of manslaughter, assault, and unauthorized practice of a profession for allegedly performing cosmetic surgery without a license in his home. The victim is 31-year-old Maria Penaloza, a mother of two, who died 14 days after she allegedly left without. She was allegedly left without a pulse at his apartment. She arrived at his apartment on the 28th of March to have her silicone butt implants removed. And he basically fled to the airport. He said that he's done this procedure hundreds of times and that word of mouth has given him his business. He said he injected her, she started to speak funny, and then she stopped speaking, and then she tensed up. Slurred speech is normal during this type of anesthesia, he told prosecutors. Even though after she tightened up, she didn't respond. I panicked. I went straight to the airport, booked the flight while I was driving. He was apprehended at a Starbucks at JFK. He had to get his coffee after killing somebody. He intended to fly to Colombia. Meanwhile, she had no thigh to brain activity, and she was removed off life support on the 11th. He's being held without bail and due back in court on June 3rd, and he could face 15 years in prison. She lost her life. To save some money, she paid $1,900 for that.
Damn.
Yeah. You guys gotta stop. A
$1,900 ass?
No, 19 to get it removed.
How much she paid for it?
She paid for it twice.
How much she paid for the initial operation?
It didn't say. That was just from their text messages, the price. Like, first of all, in the Harper voice, Why you can't go to somebody's apartment for a fucking medical procedure? I'm sorry. Like,
hey, Jack Nicholson did the first Batman.
Okay, that's a movie. Yeah, that, you know, I guess I'm just callous. That's a fuck around and find out, lady. Like, I mean,
You say you callous.
I guess.
Her ass was callous.
Yeah,
That's why she was trying to get that shit removed.
Yeah. Well, stop putting shit in your. You know, that's another thing. Stop putting stuff in yourself for vanity purposes, and then you want to take it out later, and like you're putting your body through too much duress, like for no reason. Leave that shit in there. Own it. You wanted it, and obviously it wasn't a medical emergency because you took your ass to somebody's apartment to get it there. I don't know.
She got hustled.
Yeah.
Twice, apparently.
So now she's in her purse. So yeah, that's. Anyhow, he should go to jail. I agree. Yours, Cognac?
Mine was, so this guy reported that he split with his girlfriend's mother and her brother and the other sister's really expensive birthday cake. And it was, new girl.
To buy for the girlfriend.
To buy for the mother. It was her birthday.
Okay.
So he said that he was astounded by that it was not supposed to be little kids there or something, whatever happened. But the brother brought his 2-year-old child. And so supposedly the child went and while they were singing the mother, the child was picking at it and licking his hands and taking decorations off and all this stuff. And he said, all I did was move it out of his way. And everybody was thinking it was so cute that he was doing that. And he said that I thought it was disrespectful. I go, that's not his cake. That's not his cake. He's putting his germs all over the cake. And I'm confused why I'm getting accosted by the whole family by saying, you can't give him 30 seconds while we finish the song for him to have a slice. And they basically accosted him for...
They fought him?
Not physically, but...
Well, how did it make the news?
That was just a story I saw.
Oh.
It happened on May 1st.
Oh, okay.
It was on Reddit.
I say break up with the girlfriend. Her family's crazy.
No.
I don't want anybody touching my fucking cake, especially a 2-year-old. They got all the germs.
All right.
And I want my money back.
I just thought that was interesting. How would you handle that situation?
I want my money back.
Everybody's
and I'm gonna pluck him in his forehead.
Going at you, and you're trying to be yo, this kid can't wait a minute.
Break up. That's my answer. Break up. That family has kids with no home training.
Yeah, I mean,
That's dangerous.
how I handled it. Number one, that's I spent money on the cake. He ain't spent zero on the cake.
As well.
And it ain't his fucking birthday. Get this fucking baby kid. And if we can fight, we gonna fight.
Yeah.
I mean, at the end of the day, if we fighting, we fighting.
Yeah.
This cake, I'm gonna knock the cake on the fucking floor.
We can't eat it anyway.
Nobody's eating it.
Nobody eating that shit. I'm not even moving the kid. I'm knocking the cake on the floor.
Cake.
That shit ruined.
Mm-hmm.
Now I want my money back.
Boogers and birthdays.
Who's gonna give me my money?
Yeah, exactly.
Boogers for birthdays.
Oh. Yeah. No.
So I thought it was just interesting.
Yeah. All right, Tequila.
I got another great Abbott.
Oh,
Governor Greg Abbott signs Texas school choice bill into law.
What happened?
This is smoke.
Governor Greg Abbott signs Texas school choice bill into law. The bill. Can you read it?
Sure.
Thanks.
The bill creates a universal school choice program in Texas, allowing families to use public taxpayer dollars for private school tuition and other education-related expenses such as textbooks, transportation, and therapy. The event included all the lieutenant governors. And
the clan.
Yeah. Senate Bill 2, authored by Creighton and sponsored by Buckley, is considered the largest day one school choice launch in the country. Supporters say the legislation is intended to give Texas families greater flexibility in choosing the best education path for their children. Bullshit.
So basically, parents can use that private school voucher, whatever that shit is. I don't know what that is. I got to research the private school voucher. If I'm concerned and use that voucher and then benefit from taxpayers' money to support their voucher.
Yeah. Also,
and our taxpayer, our money goes to supposed to be going to public schools and shit.
Yeah.
But we funding private schools.
Yes.
With this.
Yes, that people
bullshit.
Can't afford.
Yeah.
They don't even need vouchers for private school.
Yeah, if you got
to put your kid in private school, you don't need a voucher.
You don't need a voucher.
It's a fucking scam. It's a Ponzi scheme, and it's fucking over middle class and lower class children. And that'll be my to tag on to that. My current event was the meeting that they had in Texas legislature about the Furries Act. I played it last night. I don't need to play it on here, but basically it's a fucking lie where they're saying public schools are putting kitty litter boxes in classrooms for the kids that want to act like cats and shit.
What?
And yeah, Abbott has said it numerous times. They've asked him what school, name one school that's doing that. He couldn't do it. This guy sitting on the stand couldn't do it. And you're just wasting people's time. You're just doing this to make it look like our public schools are trash. You want them to be trash so that the lower class and middle class stay uneducated because they can't afford private schools. And then you'll have one fucking public school per grade. It's ridiculous. Absolutely fucking ridiculous. And I hope all of y'all burn in hell.
Yeah, that's dumb.
They just make up shit. Like, I'll play for you later, but they literally like, right, but what school? And it's, No, you're just fear-mongering, which is their favorite word, fear-mongering. You just made up some shit, and you just run with it, and you say it enough, you fucking morons drinking the Kool-Aid just believe it. And there's no fact. And they literally said it on stand. There's no facts behind it. You just said it and made it up.
What school and what one student won't act like a fucking cat? Like it's a mass.
But they couldn't say one. They couldn't even say one or one kid.
Yeah, like you got 100 kids, 1,000 kids want to act like cats in class.
Yeah.
That's a one-off situation, if it even happened.
But it didn't. Yeah. If it happened, they would have said it.
No, that should be on social media. Motherfuckers acting like cats. That'll be a thing. Where
it's just not the truth.
Yeah,
and I'm tired of them admitting, oh, it's not the truth. But anyways, no. Weirdos. Anywho, what's your current?
Oh, you don't have one?
That was mine. Oh. The Furries Act. It just happened this week.
Yeah, it just happened today. He signed the bill today about the fucking vouchers.
Yeah, just making up shit.
So, that mean I gotta nip this in the butt before it's too late because it is a current event. So, there's this meme going around about 100 males versus one gorilla.
Yeah.
And, I mean, it's a pretty decent debate in my opinion because I'm like, okay, is it an average male size? What poundage are all the males? Are they the same particular body strength?
See, somebody from the mountains of Caucasian gonna try to figure it out.
Well, no, I'm just saying, because I think statistically, I don't know. I didn't research it, but I think that the average male is like 5'10", 180, about, let's say. So
sorry, Kevin Hart.
He's 5'5", so I ain't gonna.
I'm just.
Anywho, so the average male is about that height, about that weight. Now, intellectually, are they all together on that aspect as well? And that being said, if I were the leader I'm going after them motherfuckers' eyes first.
Of course she's a leader. That's where you put yourself in the position. I would be.
No, I'm saying I would go after his eyes first.
You gotta get to his eyes. Like, so you motherfuckers who think that this is possible need to watch a National Geographic show. Like, just one over a silverback fucking. I mean, those things are fucking beasts. You idiots. I'm on the monkey side.
I've seen multiple situations and I've never seen anybody say, let's get his eyes.
Because you gotta get to his eyes. His hand is the size of some of y'all motherfuckers' heads. Like, are you kidding? No. Okay, well, you go do it. Good luck. I hope you can make it. You're asked if I go first. Like, who the fuck goes first?
No, I was gonna say, yeah. I saw a video like that where the guy said, "Oh," and he goes, "No, we were supposed to go together." He's thrown.
Yeah, fucking idiots. I saw a meme that said, I've seen you motherfuckers run from one wasp. Like, I know what the girl are gonna do. Like, that's crazy, insane. Just be making up shit. Somebody gonna do it though. They're gonna go to Thailand and do some super shit.
Well, that was the other thing I said. That definitely with human rights, which is good, understandable. In the United States, but there will be somebody like the Hunger Games. They wouldn't have Hunger.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah, they would. Yeah, we're getting there. We're getting there. We saw Django. That's not
Hunger Games.
It's not above the Klan.
Squid Games. That's one thing.
It's not above the Klan. So
Squid Games.
It could happen here.
I mean, yeah, it could.
As soon as Rod get his head knocked the fuck off his shoulders, trying to go after the eyes, the other 99 people gonna run.
Yeah. Exactly.
I didn't say I was going first.
You did. You said if I was the leader, I'm going for the eyes first.
Well, whoever the leader, once the leader get his head.
We, as a group, need to get to his eyes.
Yeah. But soon as the first motherfucker get in arm's reach, get their head knocked off their shoulders, we gonna run.
What a good distraction.
The rest of the motherfuckers gonna run.
Exactly.
Like, why I'm fucking with this gorilla?
You can't even get 100 men to agree, like, on shit. You're talking about their intellect. Like,
on the price of eggs.
You could have you could have 100 gang members. They're all in the same gang. They still gonna kill each other. Like, that's not gonna work. It just won't work.
I know. That's why I said that the hypotheticals are so ranging.
Yeah.
Like where
you're gonna hypothetically get your ass all 99.
So I'm the only one hanging on the grill of that guy. Get to his eyes while everybody's like,
you ain't hanging on his
neck. Right?
I'm trying to get his eyes.
Oh, Lord.
I want to see 100 motherfuckers pet a gorilla.
Yeah.
Walk up friendly.
Yeah.
Just to pet him.
Yeah.
And be nice to him.
Yeah.
You're fun.
What was that woman?
Show me that you ain't scared to just approach this motherfucker and pet him.
Yeah.
What was that woman? It was drops in the forest, rains in the forest, and forest.
Her name was Jane something.
It was a movie, and she lived with
it's a real, she's got a conservative story. Yeah, her name was Jane something, I can't think of
whatever.
But, yeah.
And one of them just got pissed off.
Yeah. 100 motherfuckers can't take a chimp sometimes, depending on their strength. I mean, or an orangutan.
Michael Jackson took the chimp on?
I'm saying, you don't remember that chimp that was so friendly and then ripped that lady's whole face off? I mean, you can't play with y'all be playing with shit too much.
Yeah.
So stupid. Like, we already domesticated wolves and got dogs. Like, chill out. And then you can't trust them hoes either sometimes.
Most of the time.
All right, Tequila.
All right. Uber driver arrested for sexual assault in the Woodlands. Investigators seek more victims. Stand up. This May 2nd. Montgomery County authorities are urging possible victims to come forward after a rideshare driver was accused of sexually assaulting a woman near Market Street. On April 28th, detectives with the Montgomery County Sheriff's Office Persons Crime Unit began investigating a reported sexual assault involving a woman near Market Street in the Woodlands. During the investigation, detectives identified 56-year-old Janaka Matunga of Conroe as the suspect. Authorities say Matunga was operating as an Uber driver in the Montgomery County area at the time of the alleged assault. He has since been arrested and booked into Montgomery County Jail on a charge of sexual assault. Authorities believe other individuals may have also experienced inappropriate behavior from Matunga during rideshare trips. Anyone with information or who believes they may be a victim is urged to contact Montgomery County Sheriff's Office, Violent Crime Division, at 936-760-5876. My mom ride Uber.
Yeah, that's scary to be a woman. Period. I've gotten in one by myself once or twice, and I literally am on the phone the whole time because I'm fucking terrified. And I take pictures of it and stuff. It's scary. You know, you try to do the right thing and not drive if you're drinking or save money and not, take your car and park and all that stuff. And that's the kind of shit. So fuck that dude. Put him in with the gorilla. Let him be the leader.
I was watching a podcast today, and they was talking about the gorilla shit, and that's what one of the dudes said. We more intelligent. Yeah, but we not. We not. We don't stick together.
Yeah.
100 men probably could beat the gorilla, but it's gonna be so much division.
Well, that's yeah.
But why would you?
Yeah.
Who even came up with it? The gorilla's minding this fucking business, and here y'all 100 motherfuckers. But that's not intelligence to start off with.
Like I saw a video. Obviously, it was fake. This dude was eating a gorilla suit, eating a banana. He goes, "What the fuck now? What the fuck now?" He slapped the banana out of his hand. He goes, "What the fuck now?" The gorilla was minding his business, and then just started tearing him apart.
And then we so intelligent. The guy who said that we more intelligent, later, they said, asked the question, what's the most fierce or ferocious animal in the world? And this dude said, what's the mega shark, the big ass?
Megalodon.
The megalodon.
He swallowed 100 men in one bite.
Yeah,
when you seen a megalodon?
On the movie The Meg.
And Meg too. You haven't seen those?
Oh, these kids. Yeah. We'll put him in as secondary leader.
And then he said, but that's not the world, that's water.
Yeah.
So,
water is not in the world.
Yeah.
Hypothetically, if megalodons exist, they're in the atmosphere that humans technically really couldn't get into. Has anybody seen those people that went to the Titanic?
Yeah.
And got crushed? So,
yeah.
I mean,
same thing will happen with the gorilla. Implosion. Wow. All right.
I'm gonna tell him. I'm gonna say to the gorilla, "Look, I'm gonna call my homeboy Godzilla."
Yeah.
And that's it.
All right, my last one. Old Trumpy, he said the quiet part out loud. I know that you heard it. I don't know if you heard it. But anywho, since President Trump's April 2nd announcement of sweeping tariffs on imported goods from over 180 countries, including the one inhabited by penguins, the bitches gotta pay, Americans have been anxiously watching the economy, and now there are fears that his policies will lead to product shortages and empty store shelves in the coming months. CNN reports a group of CEOs of the top American retailers, Walmart, Target, Home Depot, and Lowe's, had a private meeting with Trump on Monday. Those are his homies, by the way. They're warning that empty shelves in America's stores as soon as this summer because of his actions. And he basically... China's going to pay for the tariffs just like Mexico's going to pay for the wall. It's a fucking lie. And he was asked on air about it, and he basically said, fuck y'all. Said that the kids, Maybe they'll just have $2 instead of $30. This is a quote. They made $1 trillion with Biden selling us stuff. He has Biden's dick in his mouth so hard, it's crazy. It's like, you know that one coworker we work with that just can't stop talking about other people? Much of it we don't need. Somebody said, oh, the shelves are going to be open. Well, maybe the children will have $2 instead of $30, and maybe the $2 will cost a couple bucks more. Are you fucking kidding me? Like... Family first, kids first. So fuck your kids. Your kids only need $2, but his have fucking gold teeth and hair strands. I mean, have you seen the White House lately? It looks like fucking Liberace spit all over it. It's crazy for you to sit there and say, "Oh well, your kids don't need this," and you've got a plethora of things. So what you think Elon Musk's little kid has $2 only, but the rest of us are supposed to have $2 only. But thank you for the $5,000. We can only buy one doll and one month of daycare. What the fuck are you talking about? It's really gross.
Well, first of all, it's a little too soon to throw Liberace under the bus like that.
Yeah. Okay. No. Okay. We'll talk about the Pope.
You know what shocked me though is that we buy about 4 million, whatever it was, a year from China. I was shocked that they buy 1.65 million from us. I'm like, I would have thought it was less than that.
Because they're being nice. That's why. That's why China said, okay, you're gonna fuck around and find out everything that we chose not to create. So we had a trade agreement. We're just gonna make it our fucking selves over here cheaper.
No, what I'm saying is I didn't even know they were technically buying that much from us.
They don't need any Ford parts in China. If you go to China, their fucking cars are superior to ours.
But they also have like a lot of dysregulations as far as like child labor and
to make our shit.
That ain't stopping us from buying it.
Yeah, right.
What that means, we still buying this shit.
Yeah, okay.
It's not ethical.
But we still buying it. They kids probably made that Yeti cup.
Yep.
Maybe. I thought they were supposed to
They made these cameras this whole time.
I just said probably. I mean, but we still buying it. We still buying it.
They made the bottle that Cognac came in. Like,
I mean, if we was concerned about that, we wouldn't be having this conversation.
Yeah.
If we was concerned about their ethics and how they make shit.
Exactly.
Don't nobody care about that shit, because if we cared about that shit, this wouldn't be a conversation.
No.
It wouldn't be a tariff. It wouldn't be an agreement.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Half that shit in Liberace's mansion over there is made in China. The shit he's selling you. The Trump flags are made in China. They said you just saw they were trolling China. The Chinese government was trolling, and it was like showing the factories that makes the MAGA hats. Like, it's crazy. Okay, that was my last one. Do you have another one?
It was just interesting to me because the white squirrels are very very rare, and they caught one on
Shout
camera.
out Wino.
That's what I was gonna say. I just thought that was interesting because when my niece was growing up, they had a white squirrel in their front off the porch or whatever. So I just thought they're just very rare.
So they caught one where? What was the event?
No, it was on a golf course over here.
So did they shoot it? We're in Texas. So
No.
Is it in somebody's soup right now?
No.
We don't care about this kind of things.
No, sorry.
No, I'm talking about Texas.
Oh,
okay. Well, thanks for the white squirrel sighting. You have another one?
No.
Okay. All right. Let's get to our next segment.
Our next segment, where we tell you 3,000 things about us using that magnificent book titled 3,000 Questions About Me being Tequila, him being Cognac, he being the girl. This evening it's on the girl. She's gonna open the book and randomly select the question, and we're gonna try to answer it.
All right. 669.
669. Damn good time.
Suck it to me one more time. Get low. Are you an introvert or an extrovert?
I'm an introvert. I'm an extreme introvert.
Yeah.
That's a term.
You know what's bad.
I agree. That's what you said. Yeah. I think I'm an introvert. That could be extroverted depending on my environment. Yeah, I got to be around the right people to be extroverted. But as a whole, I'm an introvert just because some of y'all just don't deserve my vibe. I got a good vibe, so. And then it's okay to just shut the fuck up sometimes. I don't need to talk to everybody. What are you, Cognac?
I'm an introvert.
Who?
I'm an introvert until
Till drink two?
Till the last sip hits me.
Oh, okay.
Then I'll try to figure out if I'm an extrovert or not.
Oh, okay. You're the most extroverted though.
All three, sure. Yeah. Well, obviously.
There you go.
Even during the day, I'm more open if I know somebody to.
What'd Larry say? I thought Rob was quiet. Shit. Yeah.
I thought I was too.
You are for the first hour.
Okay.
All right.
And time next time.
I'm not gonna do that. That sounds stupid. It's a waste of my time. Anyhow, thank you guys so much for listening.
Thank you.
I hope you have a great week. And we'll be back with episode 221 next week. Love you. Mwah. Bye. Like and subscribe. Thank you.
That's it for this week's episode of Cognac, Tequila, and the Girl. Be sure to like, follow, and subscribe on your favorite podcast app. As always, we'd love to hear your feedback. Follow us on all the social medias. Leave your comments and reviews. Until next week, keep safe and keep your squad close. Thanks for hanging out.